What's up, YouTube? Dead Draw here, bringing another video today. We're going to be going over a reanalysis of the meta. But before we get into that, I want to thank you guys so much on 500 subscribers. It means a lot to me. We hit 500 a couple days ago. I was really busy this weekend. I obviously don't do videos on weekends. I might start doing them. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much. I hit 500. It means a lot to me. So many people giving me great comments, supporting, saying I make great content, and it just honestly it motivates me. It makes me want to do more and do better videos and just keep on grinding out the videos. But also we have some more videos coming out this week. I'm going to be doing the Go Key combo tutorial, so you guys can know the combo very well. And a couple other things, a few surprises. I want to do a 500 sub video. Don't know if it's going to be out this week or not, but it's awesome that I hit that. So thank you guys so much. Now let's get into this deck breakdown. And so obviously you guys know YCS has happened, and it kind of showed. It went to show what the best decks was and what this meta is going to turn out to be. And just for you guys who know, I do mostly base my stuff off of North America because the playstyle is a little bit different. It's similar to Europe, but it's a bit different. So we're going to go into this video and just do this. All right, guys. So in the #1 spot, we have the best deck, Trickstar Sky Strikers. And you know what? This is just honestly pretty crazy to see. We had 16 of these in the top cut of top 32 YCS. So half of the cut was this deck. That just goes to show how well this deck is. Some people will say it's due to the new time rules. I say partially, but it's not the only reason. I think this deck would at least still have 10 tops without the new time rules. I think the decks just complement each other so well that, you know, Trickstar is just such a consistent engine, so many ways to get into your engine and just consistently loops. And then your Sky Striker, which is just another strong engine. It's kind of just the best of both decks put into one, and they complement each other so well. Sort of like how Mech Knight and Invoked stuff complement each other, is kind of how Trickstar and Sky Strikers go. And just being able to make better turn 1 plays and just crazy turn 1 plays. I just think that this is the deck to beat and undeniably the best deck. Now, also one thing to mention, I only have 3 decks here in the tier 1. Before we had 4. I changed it to 3 just because of these results. But I'm not too sure. We'll kind of see how things keep playing out. I might do another meta analysis, but I think these are going to be the decks that you got to look out for the most going into nationals. And second, we have Sky Striker. I didn't want to put Sky Striker in the 3rd place slot yet. Like I said, these don't really have a particular order, but Sky Strikers, they are just they do their things. They do Sky Striker things, and they're just good in general. We kind of went over this already. For the stuff that we went over, why they're good, we're not going to go over it as much anymore. I'm just going to go over the changes. And then the last tier 1 spot, Go Key, we had 6 of these top in the top 32. I think a few of them were playing the Sky Striker stuff in them as well. It just goes to show how good that engine is. Definitely, I believe a lot of them are playing the Hornet bit. Which makes just honestly, or Hornet drones in TCG here, sorry. It just makes going into your links just super good. That's why this card's being played so much. And Go Key is just super strong in general, super consistent. Can make extra link boards and really hurt some players. Now in the tier 2 spot, first slot, we're gonna have pure Trickstar. So I think there was only 2 in top cut of YCS of top 32. So I think the pure version of this deck is still just kind of where it was before. But I just want to kind of bring down tier 1 to just a few decks. And these decks are kind of your big contenders, but Trickstars are just, they're not as good pure. They lose some consistency, they lose some abilities to be able to do some things, and just overall lose that kind of stuff. So yeah, tier 2 I still have here Spiral here. There was only one in the top cut. I still think this deck's very strong. I think it's a really good going second deck. I do have this in tier 2. I think there will be a few more in top cut of Nats. They just need the right pilots and they need to draw the right hands. I think this deck is still a little bit underestimated, but it is, just like I said, a worse version of Goki. But yeah. Also, moving from the tier 1 slot to the tier 2 slot here, we have Altergeist. Now, honestly, I thought we were going to see at least 5 or 6 in the top cut of YCS. This deck, we only saw 2. I think after me actually playing the deck a little bit, it has some inherent flaws with it. I think this is a very good deck to invest in now. It is, especially now since it is super cheap to get. I think it has some inherent flaws. I think that the other decks out right now are just better, but I think this is a good deck to hold on to until after Nationals, after Worlds, because I don't think it's has a big threat of being hit on the ban list, and it's going to be super powerful after these other decks get hit on the ban list. So that's kind of my thoughts on Altergeist. So invest in it. It's a great deck to invest in. It can still do well right now. It's just not tier 1 potential yet. Maybe we'll find a build. Who knows? We'll have to see. In the tier 3 spot, still we have the Pens. There was one that topped YCS here. I honestly didn't really expect any of them to top the YCS, so good job on them. True Draco is still here. It's done things in other national tournaments, even though I know they're vastly different than North America. It's done stuff at regionals, and it can do stuff at those events, but we actually didn't see any in the top. ABC manages to stay on this list, and that's because ABC, it's still topped 1 place. I think you just have to have the right pilot for this deck to be really strong. And the last but not least, I still have Invoked Mech Knight. I think this is a great deck to play right now if you can't afford any of the other decks. Even though this is super expensive, if you have the stuff, play it. I think this is going to be another one like Altergeist that it's going to probably miss the ban list. There's a good chance it just misses the ban list and it becomes very strong into the next format. I think it's still viable. It's just definitely not even close to anywhere as strong as the other decks right now. But I do definitely think this is a decent deck to invest in. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to really say. Dinos, I actually did take off this list. And then other things I just moved around. The reason I took Dinos off this list, I think they just have some inherent flaws, some inherent bricks. They are a great deck that you can run at regionals and stuff like that, but it's not the best thing to play right now. There's just so many better options, especially when you can pick up Altergeist and make them for really cheap. You could just invest in that instead. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.